Hey everyone, and welcome back to Railroader. We are on our experimental modded series, and first of all, I do apologise for the previous episode being so long. I was recording away and just stitching bits together, and did not realise how long that was going to be. So that's why it ended up in two parts. And again, apologies for that, but I didn't want to cut too much out. So, anyway, time has moved on a bit, as you can see in the top right hand corner from the previous episode, and we finally are ready to take our train that was taken up to the bridge site back down to Whittier Yard. So, we've got number 2 on there, just moved him over from the siding at Ela, connected it up, and he's on his way back down. Meanwhile, if we flick over to our passenger train, he is also making his way with 23 passengers. Now, I probably got a bit carried away with the timetable. And I say that for multiple reasons. One, it's taken me too long to run through them. Like, it's a 25-minute rotation, and realistically, even if I cut a bit of time out there, it's taken me like 15-20 minutes to do each run. And if we bring up the finances over here, you can see I'm not generating enough money from the finances to really justify sort of after the 10 o'clock train. It's just died off. And one thing you may also notice is I have started the milestone for the diesel fueling stand. Good, I'd get that in, because we've got 9 grand out there. So we are going to invest in a diesel switcher. Said it many times before, and just bears saying again, I am a diesel fan, so we are going to do that. Now the reason I'm coming back round this curve is I have set our freight train on a waypoint journey. So he's, in theory, should be switching when he gets there. I mean, he's a long way off. You know, there's a heavy train for the little old number 2. You know, he's got masses of proactive effort. He's doing his best, bless him. But, yeah, not getting there. So, anyway, going back to the passenger train, if I bring up the timetable, you can see it's set to run every 2 hours. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shave that down to every 3 hours. I'd mess around with these off screen. You don't need to be here for it. But essentially, all it is go into the timetable, click on number 3, and we're going to say 9 o'clock on there, plus 10, number 5. Actually, whilst we wait for our train to come through, we can just go through and do this quick. This is going to be 1500. Number 7 is going to become the 1800. And I just wonder if we need a 9 o'clock at night train or not. I'm going to add one. You know what? Those late night revelers. Let's do it. And we're going to remove those 2. And then this one, just going to update to 9:20. This one becomes the 12:20. This one becomes the 15:20. Becomes the 18:20. And 12 becomes the 21:20. And again, I'm going to remove the last two off of here. The thing is, now we're doing it every 3 hours as well. That is going to give us the opportunity to fit our run into Bryson when we unlock it. Oh, yeah, apply timetable. Almost deleted what I'd done there. Yeah, there's our freight train. Now, the waypoint mode means that after he'd run through here, he should have set the switch back, which he has. Excellent. Right, so now I've broken this. I need to set this up. Copy from timetable. Excellent. Grab hold of him. Tell him he's going forward. 35. Right. No. Selected the wrong one. Of course I have. Copy from timetable. Right, so he's all set up. Excellent. And that is as simple as it is. Once you've got that timetable set up, you can just go train symbol on the cruise, choose the relevant service, and away you go. And you just flip forward or backwards. If you get it right, you don't even have to. If you do it before he drops his speed to 0, you don't even have to mess about with the speed. This bit doesn't, I don't know, it seems to be hit and miss whether copy from timetable is required. Sometimes the train works fine, other times I've had it forget and blast through Ela. So yeah, I would do that because it's just like a couple of seconds, a couple of clicks. But anyway, whilst we've got that sat there, he's got a little while before he's due out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this guy, and we're in timetable mode, so I'm going to send him first of all. Don't know if that'll be long enough to get the whole train in. So what we'll do is send him first of all to there. And he's going to pull out, he's going to do all his whistles and all that jazz. And he's going to put these in the interchange as required. And then what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to disconnect from these. I'm going to send him up and go get the log skeleton cars. Nearly said spine cars again. Get the skeleton cars up from Connolly Creek and bring them and position them nicely down at the logging camp, ready for morning. Or technically 1 minute past midnight, I think, would start the clock. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I think what we'll do is I might actually do a little speed up time lapse jobby here. So, or do I? No, we won't. So, yeah, I'm gonna go just record a couple of run-bys for this while it does its job, and I'll see you back down at Whittier in a few moments. Okay, so our train is now safely back in the hole, and I've been skipping through time a bit. So we've got about 5 minutes for our passenger train is due to depart. So we're just gonna flick some handbrakes on. Take manual control of our loco again, because I think we're almost done for the day with number 2. One job I do want to do though is just come in here and we're going to grab this boxcar. I'm going to stick it on the interchange. It does cost 3,000 to replenish, but you know, we can afford it and I think it's worth doing. So we are indeed going to do that. So I'm going to do the coupler. Give 3 blasts and away we go. So they won't actually start to empty. Not until after midnight when the contract begins and I actually select an unload point. Which of course I can't do until the contract officially becomes live. So that's one of the reasons I haven't gone and brought any more skeleton cars just yet. And technically we could do it. When, you know, there'd be no harm in it. We've got the funds. But I do have another purchase in mind, which I will reveal to you in just a moment once we've gone and got our boxcar. But yeah, regarding funds actually, as you may have noticed with the finance, I have no issues with taking out loans. Certainly to expand and get started. Not going to be a long-term thing. You know, if we go through 2 rotations, for example, and we're still relying on loans, then we've got some issues. I would expect by the time we've unlocked Sylva, we're going to be paying our own way. But at the same time, I'm curious if that money, I don't want to say cheat, but the workaround on the whole interest payment, whether that's still a thing. So we are going to, just for science, I guess, see if that is a thing indeed. We've got 3 days before we can enact it though. So no worries there. I'm not going to couple in the air. We're not going far. And we've got an empty car, so loco brakes will be fine. And just pull away. Not going to race through the shed. Don't want to scare our employees. And yeah, we're going to just run this round to the interchange. Our passenger train is due to depart any second. Over there. Almost thought it was on the wrong track then. I don't know why is he on the second track, but of course that's the stub. So there he goes. He is on his way. And we're just going to ease this out before we go and check our daily report. Because it is 6 PM, so we will have a full report. It's a bit odd how it works, and you don't get one on sort of day 1. Because of course you've only technically worked half a day, but I'd argue, you know, you've worked half a day. Should still give you a report on that. half a day. But at the same time, like I say, I do understand why it doesn't. With a low blower on the whistle rather than the usual trill. Yep. Just going to run this down. And so then we'll check and see how we've done today. About that should do, I imagine. That's what we'll do when we get down to a couple of miles an hour. I'm just going to let it roll, see how far it gets. Anyway, on to our report. So, day 1 to day 2. We've done 410 passenger fares in the day. Not too bad, you know. 2 freight deliveries. What were the 2 freight deliveries? I guess it counts those as 1. Yeah. Okay. Because the other one, of course, would be our Holyfield heating. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, they just go to, regardless of the amount of cars, it just goes to one destination. So, yeah, okay. So we've made 410 from passengers, which makes sense. You get $1 per passenger on the Whittier to Ela run. We're up $481 because we took a £1,000 loan. Yeah. Oh, we spent 1,012 on milestones. Okay, yeah. $131 for freight. $41 has gone into wages for the shop. So that was mostly on repairs for number 1. $7 in wages for engineers. So that's why I don't mind using the AI, because it is so cheap. We've got 35.2 tons in repair parts in here. I want to get that fully stocked, even though we are going to Bryson. Until we get Sylva, this is still going to be an important shop for us. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I was going to say, I'm going to skip ahead a bit and get over to 5 a.m. once again, ready for day 2, but I'm not going to do that because I want to discuss the loco we're going to be buying. So when I open up here, you can see it's hovering on the Alco RS3 at 32,000. We're not buying an RS3. These are RS designation being road switcher. So they are a switching locomotive, but they could also do road duty. So even though financially it makes no sense, because the RS3 has better tractive effort, what have you, we're going to be getting an RS1 when we open Sylva. It's going to cost 34,000. I know that, but we are going to get one of those. I also want one of these, an RS1325. But right now, the purchase I want to go for is the box cab. Got £36,000 attractive effort, 3.3 factor of adhesion, £118,000 in weight, 166 gallon fuel tank, which if we compare it to the default in game, so the SW1 you get a 600 gallon. So you could use the SW1 on road services. You're really not going to want to do many road jobs for the box cab. But I think it's going to be a fun and useful addition. We're going to be able to do certainly the Whittier runs, sort of the local freight. Possibly Connolly Creek. We'll have to see how that works out. And ideally, I'd like to be able to run it as far as Healer to do the bridge. Because poor old number 1 and number 2, they are struggling a bit. So, you know what? Let's set this guy up to the return run. Timetable. You know what I mean? Sometimes, yeah, copy from timetable, it doesn't work properly and it doesn't select in. Anyway, we're going to click on here, come over here. We're going to look this way. We're going to hit the purchase button. Put it on the bill for day 2. So what does our money get us? Wow, parked it in front. There we go, there's our little box cab. Where's our little fella? We can have a proper look around. It's only got 42 gallons of diesel in. I didn't realise it come with so little diesel. Good job we've got that delivery coming. We can install a diesel stand, which does come fully stocked when you build it, thankfully. Now this is a work in progress, so bear that in mind. We've got a bit of extra issues there. But overall, you know, not too bad. Didn't look too fine and close at these springs, which are a series of steps. But once again, you know, work in progress. It is a mod. And we've got representation of the traction engines, traction motors, so that's cool. Now, I was warned about this. There is no cab. So it's just solid wall. So if you are one of those that loves the running cab, this probably isn't the mod for you, but you know, that being said, what we use it for, which is a whole lot of running around. Wow, that is, yeah, that's a light. That's definitely a light. Yeah. You know, for AI use and for the old number 2 view, this is going to work great. I'm really happy with this. Does it have? No. At the moment, it doesn't have the bearings to be oiled. Maybe they were sealed bearings. I mean, no. No, look, because we've got the cap. So, you know, it's features that could be added. Let's have a look. We've got a working bell. horn that doesn't really suit. It's just a default horn. But you know what? For all that being said, I really like this. I think it's going to make a great addition to the railroad. And she's got a bit of zip to her. And she doesn't like random light sources. Yeah, let me know what you think, guys, about this. Are you angry, upset that I've added this in, or do you think it's like, you know, cool, fun little addition to the railway? We are going to work through and add all the locos in eventually. Why I've added them in the game. And if you'd like to see me balance it out with some small steam locomotives, let me know down in the comments. That's fine. I am a diesel person, but you know, as long as you're not asking me to add in challenges and stuff like that. No, I don't mind. We can have a look at sort of like little 060 switcher or something like that. I don't know. Just let me know down in the comments. Anyway, like I say, I am going to skip ahead now off screen and get us ready on... I'll make it 5:30 tomorrow morning, ready for another day on the railroad. Cheers for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.